everybody, this is SAAD for the SAAD Truth. A regrettable manifestation of the social justice warrior mindset is the conflation of equality of outcomes and equality of opportunities. In a just society, all people should have equal access to opportunities, but that doesn't necessarily translate into a downstream effect in terms of equality of outcomes. But of course, social justice warriors and progressives perfectly conflate these two very, very different concepts. One is based on a meritocracy, the other one seeks to consistently create equality of outcomes, even if in doing so they violate every truly liberal tenet that one could imagine. And one of the ways that I like to demonstrate that is to take examples where there is massive, perfect disparity in equality of outcomes, and then ask the social justice warriors why they don't complain about those instances. And so in several of my recent talks, I gave the following examples, and so let me mention them here. This is from the, let me just see here for a second. This is from the Boston Marathon winners since 1991 males. Let me just read you where the winners come from, and I'm going to read them fully for effect. Kenya, 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 Kenya. Oh, look, a South Korean squeezed in. Continuing, Kenya, 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 Ethiopia, Kenya, 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 Ethiopia, Kenya, 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 Ethiopia, United States, but the gentleman who won from the United States is of Eritrean descent, meaning from East Africa, just like the folks from Kenya and Ethiopia. And then the last in 2015 and 2016, Ethiopia and Ethiopia. So it would be difficult to imagine a less diverse and less, quote, inclusive outcome than what I just read you. Yet we don't see anyone arguing that there needs to be more Lebanese, Jewish, middle-aged, overweight winners in the Boston Marathon, because otherwise, how could I proceed in life when I don't see myself on the winner's podium? Now, here is another example that I'd like to point out. These are just from 1984, the winners of the 100 meters dash in the Olympics. So 1984, Carl Lewis, 88, Carl Lewis, 92, Linford Christie, he's from Great Britain. The first two, Carl Lewis, is from the United States. 1996, Donovan Bailey from Canada. 2000 in Sydney, Maurice Green, USA. 2004 in Athens, Justin Gatlin, USA. And then 2008, 2012, and 2016, Usain Bolt from Jamaica. If only there was a way to identify something that is common to all of those winners since 1984, yet we don't have any diversity and inclusive quotas, committees that are trying to, level out the playing field of this otherwise endemic racism in athletics. And just earlier today, I posted some comments where I was again satirizing the affront to human dignity that is inherent to this equality of outcomes notion. So if I looked very quickly on Wikipedia at the top 25 recorded times for the 100 meters for men, and I did the same for women. So the number one fastest woman of all times in the 100 meters does not crack the top 25 of men. Well, that's just simply sexist. We need to have more gender parity, biological sex parity, not to conflate gender with biological sex. That would be perhaps transphobic. And so what about the parity there? So again, this demonstrates to you how profoundly morally bankrupt this idea is. When it suits the progressives, we need to have intervention strategies to create equality of outcomes. But when it doesn't harm their narrative, then we can just ignore it. There you have it, folks. I wish you all a very good week. Talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye.